Welcome to One Chemistry. Always do your best. Now, let us see about 100 conversion in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episodes. This is the 25th episode. If you didn't watch previous episode, I encourage you to go and see. Here we solve 5 problems step by step. Stay tuned. Question number 1. Starting metal is conjugated ketone with exocyclic double bonds. Here they ask the selective reduction. The reagents are selectively reducing the double bond and ketone. So here they ask the specific and selective one. The reagents are lithium and liquid ammonia and sodium borohydride and cetic chloride and phosphine rhodium chloride and hydrogen and palladium chloride also. Here they ask you to find selective reduction. The reduction means isolated double bond as well as conjugated double bond and carbonyl. In A, conjugated double bond is reduced. In B, ketone is reduced. In C, the N double bond or isolated double bond is reduced. So you have to know the reagents and its selectivity. The answer is A. Let us see how. The starting metals are easy to identify once you know the function. Here sodium borohydride and cetic chloride selectively reduce the carbonyl compound. Let us see why. Because the cerium is attracted towards oxygen, so the sodium borohydride reduction happened on the carbonyl compound. Then lithium and liquid ammonia, which is the Birch reduction catalyst, which selectively reduces the double bond in conjugation. Birch reduction mostly known in benzene. Here also like conjugated and electron revolving around system, so the conjugated double bond is reduced. Then hydrogen and phenylphosphine in rhodium chloride. This is a Wilkinson catalyst, everybody might know it. It is selective towards only double bond, which is isolated double bond. Then selectively it reduces the double bond because of its complex forming ability. So sodium borohydride and cerium chloride reduce only carbonyl compound. Lithium and liquid ammonia only reduce the conjugated double bond, and Wilkinson catalyst only reduce the isolated double bond. Then the question number 2. The compound contains the bridged carbon, which is bicyclic system, and alkene is there. Here selective epoxidation occur. They ask the catalyst. The catalysts are peroxide and acetic acid. Here you have to switch to the reagent and find the respective oxidation. You have to understand the question is about selective epoxidation because of its reagents. The answer is A. Let us see how. The starting material is alkene. So if you use the peroxide, by nature it forms above the plane, or you can say exo compound. Endo is sterically hindered, so only exo is forming. So exo epoxidation occurs. So hydrogen peroxide attacks the double bond, it forms bridged oxygen. Then H2O leaves form the epoxide above the plane or exo epoxidation. This is the step for P. So P clearly leads to the exo epoxidation. Then leads to HOBr. The HOBr also same mechanism, but bromination initially occurs. So bromination occurs, same exo double bond, less hindered side. Then sodium hydroxide, the base attacks. So base attacks on the less hindered side, same way. So the attack happened. So OH and Br ring opening occurs. Again bromine is a good leaving group, so it's attack below from there. So it form epoxide below. Here twice the epoxidation makes it the endo product. Here you have to know two things. One is endo epoxidation favored by mere hydrogen peroxide, and exo epoxidation favored by double epoxidation by hydroxybromide. Then the question number 3. The starting metal is cyclohexyl system, which is the ester of the acetic acid. One alkene also inside with methyl outside. Here reagents are LDA and TMS chloride. Then they are using heat and acid. Here the products are like cyclic or condensation bond or the selective ring transfer. Here you have to understand the skeleton change is there, then definitely rearrangement occurred here. The answer is D. Let us see how. The starting metal is cyclohexenyl system. So LDA is the big base. So it only abstract the proton from the less hindered side. So the methyl proton in that one is absorbed. Anion is formed. Then you are using the tertiary silyl chloride. Tertiary silyl chloride hold the alcoholic form and keep the ene form stable. So TMS hold the enol form stable. It's a silyl compound, stick with oxygen very well. So the position of the groups are perfect for 3,3 sigmatropic rearrangement. So rearrangement occurs. The new bond formed between the open chain and closed one. The anion is there. Then you are using the hydrolysis. After the hydrolysis, dihydroxy compound forms. Then the hetoenol tautomerism occurs. The ketone groups form there. So clearly answer is D, which is acid. Here you have to know two things. One is LDA is the bulky base, only abstract the proton from less hindered size, and TMS hold the enol structure very well. Then the question number 4. The starting metal is indole system with two methyl groups are attached in the third and fourth position. Here reagents are like chloroform and sodium hydroxide. Then the tertiary amine is given in butyl form. Here the choices are given. What is the real product is there? The products are carbene with chlorine, with dichlorine, or the ring expansion occurred here. Here you have to understand that there is a stable intermediate formation and ring opening. The answer is D. Let us see how. Initially, you should know how the carbene is formed. When there is a chloroform and base, there will be the proton abstraction. So the negative anion is formed. It is stable because of the chlorine electron withdrawing group. Then after heating, you will have carbene there. So carbene is formed there. So you have carbene and the starting metal is with a double bond. So the carbene insertion happened on the double bond. So the bridged carbon atom formed there. Here ring is very much strained because the cyclobutyl ring. So the ring is trying to be forced and form the 6 member. The ring formation driven by chlorine elimination. Chlorine is the good leaving group. There is a strain. So chlorine leaves and relieves the strain. Here you have to know two things. One is the carbene formation by chloroform and base and ring insertion. If there is a double bond, definitely ring expansion occurs. Then the question number 5. The starting metal is the complicated system with fused cyclohexyl ring, then the pentane on the outside. The pentane ring is the lactone formation, which is cyclic ester. The methyl groups also there. Here you have to notice the important thing. The conjugated ketone is there. Both is diene, which is conjugated with ketone. Here you are using the base. Obviously you have to guess the structure. Here big structure given for the confusion. There is nothing to be confused. Here definitely carbon skeletal changes occurred. The methyl groups are suppled inside the system. So you have to guess the product based on the methyl group migration, and there is a formation of stable aromaticity. The answer is B. Let us see how. The starting metal contains diene conjugated with carbonyl system. So you are adding the acid. The acid activates the carbonyl compound, so the double bonds are switched to stabilize the anion there. So alcohol forms there and the cation move to the carbon. To compensate the cation stability, the methyl group shifts form the stable tertiary cation. So the stable tertiary cation formed there and that can be quenched by the elimination. Here the charge has to be quenched. No way, it can be only quenched by the hydrogen elimination. It is driven by the aromaticity. So if hydrogen leaves, the aromaticity is formed. So aromatization promotes the hydrogen elimination. Here you have to know two things. One is the system always move to stable cation. Here going from secondary to tertiary. And aromatization always promote the elimination or substitution. Definitely aromatization triggers the elimination here. That's all from this episode. I hope it was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.